Please be advised that the views and opinions of the host and guests do not reflect those of the station, the management, and its network.
Ayan, welcome back mga ka-millennials. So if you're just joining us now, no, filling in for Yulabay and Zara, we have Miss Jazz and Sir William Fiol. Now, Will, I've been meaning to ask since the previous segment, and one of the things that struck me with the advice you gave earlier is how part of what got you to where you are is that process of elimination, finding out what you
don't want.
What you didn't want.
So what advice would you probably give people that are, I guess what I'm trying to say here is that if you are going to go on a process of elimination in terms of what you do or what you want to do, that comes with knowing what avenues you can explore or having the resources to be able to explore those avenues. So if you're like someone like me that's stuck and I don't know what I'm working with, or I don't recognize the potential to find a career in a certain skill I have, what advice would you give our millennials on people in that stuck phase, not knowing what to eliminate?
What exactly they want or what they don't want.
What they don't want. Yeah.
Para sa akin, just keep an open mind. I think you have to keep an open mind. You have to learn from every lesson. Kung baga, if it's something you don't like, just enjoy it because something will come along after that. And then makikita mo yun kung ano yung gusto mo talaga.
Yeah.
Usually, the heart will know even if the mind tries to say otherwise. But you'll know where you're supposed to be. Because you won't feel that it's work. You like the environment. You enjoy waking up in the morning. For me, that's a good one. When you wake up in the morning and you're excited to go to work, you're in the right place.
Yeah. Or even if you're not excited to work, sometimes it's just a phase, and then sometimes or it's a mood. Feelings are fleeting. One day you're really inspired and motivated to go to work, and then the next day parang feeling mo, I think I need to resign. But give it a chance, and then talk to your mentor, and then be patient. Kasi I remember on my third year sa company ko noon, had I quit, hindi ko nakuha yung opportunity na yun to learn another language, which could change my life big time. So parang like a lot of people right now, naiisip nila, yung course na pinili nila, ano na to, wala dead end na talaga to, or yung career ko na to, wala ng growth, or not just in career, even in relationships, sa parang iniisip mo, parang ano na to. But you give it a chance, reassess, maybe you just need a break, but not to really quit, diba?
Ayun, like what Waki said, I think what I was trying to say is everything is a gamble. Like you said, even in relationships, there's no clear cut. I mean, hindi mo alam, like when you get into a relationship, you don't know if it's gonna work. And at the same time, just because, paano ba ito? Kung sinabi mo mahal mo siya ngayon, hindi ibig sabihin bukas mahal mo pa rin. Or
It's a
vice
decision
versa.
we make every day.
And a commitment.
Yeah.
So yun, just commit.
A lot of people say that, diba, may quote no, na parang the grass is greener on the other side. That's why sometimes you tend to leave or something. But for me, may nabasa rin ako na parang the grass is greener where you water it every day.
Totoo.
Yeah. Sometimes it's your career, take care of it.
Cultivate
Because
yes.
you'll fight for it because this is what you want. However, if there is a pattern na talagang parang you drag your butt to work every single day, you're depressed, it's causing your mental health na, I think it's time to leave, di ba? Kasi naman mag-self-sabotage ka pa dyan. I mean, that's the right thing to do, if ever.
Talk to us also about your experience having worked in Indonesia and the Philippines, and I'm guessing a host of other countries given the industry you're in. Like if you have ka-millennials, mga kabarangays who are thinking about taking a gamble, sabi mo nga, working abroad, and they might have hesitations. What advice would you give them? And maybe some concrete examples for like Filipinos heading to Indonesia or Southeast Asia specifically.
Okay, number one, since you did mention gamble, I'm sure all of us have gambled in some way or another, whether it's small, even if it's just a bet with your friends, right? Ang sa Tagalog, wag kang tumaya. Don't gamble what you can't afford to lose.
To lose,
Because
correct.
if you lose everything, you'll never have the foundations to build it back. So if you lose a little and then you learn, then you'll have a little bit saved for yourself para iahon uli yung sarili mo. Pero pagka binigay mo na lahat, wala ka na rin pupuntahan, parang ganon.
Make sure you have a fallback as well.
Yes,
That's why
somehow.
study well. A lot of people ngayon, na-fascinate sila doon sa idea na parang, mga college dropouts ngayon, mga CEO na or something like that. It doesn't happen for everyone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Especially if you're in the Philippines, na parang diploma pa rin talaga yung pinaka, alam mo yun?
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you have the privilege to study and be in school, just careerin nyo na guys. Please, graduate because, yung opportunity nga sobrang grabe na yung competition. Lalo pa kung, di ba?
Yes.
So, ganun lang for me.
I agree. Pero I guess since we're talking about careers and we're giving advice,
Yeah.
I think one of my biggest, yung para bang disadvantages, sa totoo lang, is I don't have a diploma. Hindi talaga ako nakapagtapos ng college. So, that was a big insecurity when I was starting, to be honest.
I get it.
But kailangan mo talagang, let's put it this way. If you were not raised the way you were supposed to be raised by the time you're 21, instead of blaming people or blaming the environment or the circumstances at hand, I think what each and every one of us can do is raise yourself to be what you want. Put it
that's
on
so
your
nice.
own responsibility. In that way, you won't have resentment,
Yes.
you won't have hate, and you won't have regret.
Yes, and you won't be a victim of the situation.
Yes,
A lot of people
ayun,
kasi
yun.
parang dating na parang, ano ba to, sana naging pinanganak na lang ako na senator yung parents ko,
Yeah,
sana
yeah.
mayaman kami. But you build your future, and then if anything man, like parang for example, feeling mo you're born in the wrong country or whatever, do something about it every day. I mean, you have the power. I mean, I get it, you get the opportunity from the outside sources, but it's still you who will really push yourself.
That's, yeah.
Tsaka totoo naman na parang ang dami rin kasi talagang factor na yung naririnig natin sa ibang tao. Pero kasi yung biggest pa rin na feeder ng mind natin is ourselves.
Right.
So parang kung paano natin makikita or yung isang bagay or yung isang situation, ikaw din yung makakapag-identify kung paano mo siya ma-manage and paano mo siya ma-handle according to your own experiences or your own choices before. So parang dapat din talaga marunong tayong iset yung mind natin hanggat kaya natin. Iset natin yung kung paano natin i-treat yung isang situation.
Ikaw, Will, sa kind of work na meron ka, how do you cope up with stress?
Sa totoo lang, hindi ko alam. Pero hindi lang talaga ako nasi-stress out. I
Okay.
just, para bang, you take it for what it is. Sige. I guess the best advice that I can give there is if it's within your control. Kung
Yeah.
nasa
Oo.
control mo yung variables, then you can stress out over it because you can do something about it by stressing over it. But if you turn cartwheels and you cannot do anything about it, then you have
Let
to
go.
leave it to God. Let go.
Yes.
Wala because anong gagawin mo? You can't do anything.
Ako naman, thankful ako pag may stress.
You see
Kasi,
it as an opportunity.
yes, doon nag-sharpen or nag-activate yung instinct ko, tsaka yung senses.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. I think it's also good to learn learn how to avoid triggers, number one,
Yes.
and then learn coping mechanisms. Like a lot of people kasi na-stress sila and then they're not doing anything about it.
Embrace the stress.
They forward the stress to other people. Like di ba, parang lahat dinotoxic na nila. So I think kapag nalalaman mo na parang you're becoming toxic na yourself kasi nga you're stressed or something like that, take a break, pause.
Yes.
Kaya naman tayo may mga vacation leave, kaya naman tayo were allowed to, just work 8 hours a day or kasi you get to sleep talaga. And then figure out, di ba, a lot of people, if you're religious, go pray. If you're into sports, do something.
Let it out.
Yeah,
Let the
gigil
let
out.
it,
Yeah.
O kaya naman travel, vacation, o kaya naman relax. Even,
Huwag kumain.
taking long shower,
Yes.
that could
Therapy
probably
na yun.
help. And then
Yeah.
talk. A lot of people kasi sinasarili nila, especially if mga introvert or
Ako yun.
mga guys, I mean,
Ako
parang, no, I'm not weak, I'm not going to complain. Kasi feeling nila complaining too much is something like that.
Minsan yun lang din yung kailangan natin to
Outlet,
let it all out.
yeah,
Oo.
correct.
Pero yun nga, talking about this vacation live, I'm also curious, how do you manage your time? Paano ba mai-improve yung productivity considering that you're very busy and medyo marami talaga tayong ginagawa?
Yeah, that's a good question. Hindi ko rin alam ang sagot. Promise. Kasi I only sleep maybe 3 hours a day, 3 hours to 4 hours a today. Minsan then I get the cat naps, ganun. Pero ewan ko, siguro it's inherent to me. Hindi ako nababad mood eh. Minsan, natutulala ako when I'm tired. Pero hanggang ganun lang. Yun, matakaw. I eat a lot. That's terrible. Yun.
Yeah,
Sarap kumain, no?
Okay,
Basta wala rin talagang tulog, kain talaga yung ano eh.
I think, kaya nagiging issue yung productivity ngayon because ng daming distractions. Social media, number one. I mean, if you were glued to your phones, you're not going to
you can't do
accomplish
anything.
anything talaga. So, I mean, I think discipline is the key. A lot of people think na parang motivation will make you successful in life or will make you prosper in your career. Motivation is, again, sabi ko, it's an emotion, it's a feeling na parang one day you're motivated. But discipline?
Much better.
Yeah,
discipline.
I think if you're disciplined, a lot of people na, di ba, parang sabi nila, Beyonce is already a superstar, but di siya tumitigil? Na parang ganun pa rin yung energy niya, ganun. Because that's discipline. I mean, you wake up one day and this is what you really want to do. And you have a goal. We're talking about, sabi mo kanina, Chris, parang what does it mean to have a dream or a career or a job? What's the difference? I think for me, the difference of having a career is because career is you have a plan of staying in it and growing in it with it. And then parang feeling ko parang ang career na yung kasi
Job
even though
security.
at times na hindi kayo okay, parang relationship lang, but you fight for it and then you work on it. Pag job kasi parang short term lang to. Or parang gig. You consider it a gig. But for me, a career is something na parang you're willing to tolerate at times. You accepted it as it is. And then you're willing to
Parang
really...
part na ng buhay mo.
Yes, exactly.
Tsaka yung job, parang yun lang yung ginagamit natin to pay our bills.
Correct.
Parang kaya natin siyang i-let go anytime kung gusto man natin mag-shift ng job. Pero yung career for me is something na yun nga, ipaglalaban ko. Or something that I'm passionate about. Parang yung career is something na willing ko siyang ikwento sa kahit kanino. Masaya ako
Proud
ginagawa
ka.
siya.
Yeah,
proud.
Oo.
Willing ka
Part of who
mag-compromise
you
and
are.
mag-sacrifice.
Yes.
Career is part of who you are. It can define you. It's one of the factors that define you.
Okay, before we end, you still have goals or dreams in the future na parang gusto mo pang ma-achieve? Given the nasa age na tayo ngayon ang parang feeling natin.
Actually,
midlife.
meron.
Ikaw, meron
Pero
pa?
hindi ko siya sinishare kasi alam mo na baka
Baka ma-jinx.
Majing.
Yes.
Or baka ma-sabotage. Sabi nga nila, sometimes
Oo,
it's
may
better to
ganun
keep things
yan.
private so that people cannot ruin it. How about you, Jazz?
Ako siguro, medyo long-term pa naman siya. Pero I want my own business. I want
okay.
my hostel and bar sa province.
How about you, Will?
Ako, siguro whatever comes along, I'll just enjoy it. Yung para ba?
Very same sila ng personality ni Chris. Very chill. Parang, may tawag dun parang yung whatever comes along my way and then I'll deal with it.
And it do them good. Pero
correct, yeah.
nag-match sa kanila.
Hindi ka ma-stress, di ba?
Oo.
Kasi syempre may certain expectations.
Yeah. Kasi
So,
kung
may
ma-disappoint ka eh.
disappointments. Yeah,
Diba?
may
Kasi kung
disappointments.
meron kang iniisip na dapat ganito, tapos ma-disappoint
work
ka,
out, yeah.
merong downtime eh.
Oo.
Mhm.
Yun.
How about you? You still want to pursue something else or?
Again, I say this time and time again, I'm at that point na where I'm evaluating all of my options. So I'm happy to hear from Will and Jazz that more or less aligned naman yung mga maliliit na mga ginagawa ko ngayon. No? Pero ako siguro to end while we have both of you guys, as someone that is fairly new to the news and media industry and given your time in the industry yourself, no, what are the biggest misconceptions or stereotypes that people get wrong about news and media personalities?
Ladies first, ikaw muna.
Ako feeling ko, ano ba, ako kasi I'm relatively new in the industry. So parang feeling ko, isa sa mga medyo, ano ba, stereotype sa media, parang
You're never
unfair.
wrong. O yung mga
Unfair.
bias. Oo.
Imbalance, parang ganun. Pero isa na naman yun sa mga premise ng GNN, Fair and Balanced News. So, ako personally, and here din naman sa network, we really do our best na hindi magkaroon ng hindi mag-take ng sides.
Correct.
And actually ngayon din kasi sobrang hirap na rin kuhain yung trust ng mga tao. And
Yeah.
I can't blame the people, I
Because
can't
of
blame the
social media
public
nga.
na medyo mahirap na talaga kuhain yung trust nila, especially sa mga balita. Ang daming fake news, ang daming outlet for news. So, siguro as someone in the media industry, ano ko rin siya, goal.
Goal, yeah.
Yes, goal ko rin siya na parang mabalik yung trust ng people sa media. Especially now na kailangan natin siya considering lahat ng nangyayari ng mga war, government, chaos, and everything. Sana mabalik yung trust na yun.
Yeah, pretty much the same because I started with a government network. So para bang iniisip yun na, one-sided, mabias ka, ganun.
correct, yeah.
Pero I guess you can't please everybody. That's the truth.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
can't. So you just have to do what you do it fairly, have a clear conscience. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
We're gonna go slightly over time, but who minds? Now we have Will and Jazz with our right here. So, tell us a little bit more about your new show before we close out the segment.
Yeah,
because
plug
coming
your
from
show
news
muna.
and then a totally different program. So tell us more about this show you're gonna have.
Ang GNN Times, I guess it's yun nga, it's a little bit
Culture, yeah.
culture,
Lifestyle.
historical, lifestyle, and it bridges one generation to another. My partner, my co-host si Mara, she's much younger. So para bang at least that's where the blending will be. Like we will be talking
Will you have
about
guests there?
Yes, we will have guests. We will also be able to go out and interview people on site and on the ground. So that's exciting.
Parang
Parang
mix
wala na-
ng reporting tsaka ano.
Yes, yeah.
Magazine show or something.
Magazine show.
How about yung say?
You can always catch me at Golden Nation Network News Force, 5 p.m. every day, and hourly news breaks, 7, 8, and 9 p.m. And minsan din sa Cheese Max, I think, Monday, 7 p.m.
Ayan. Thank you,
Thank you.
Jazz, tsaka
Thank you for having us. Thanks.
Jazz, yes.
Thank you for coming here, diba?
And good luck.
Looking
with
forward
your show.
kami
Yeah.
dun sa new show ninyo. Sana
Yeah.
makapag-guesting kami doon to share something.
Sabay-sabay tayo lumabas, no?
Tayo may invite doon para pang-cultured lang ata yung show nila. But thank you
yes,
seriously,
thank you.
for guesting our show today, and like you are welcome to come
Come back, yeah, for
anytime.
sure.
Yeah.
Share more.
Ayan mga millennials, once again, catch us every Sundays, 8 p.m. here on Golden Nation Network Channel 1 on GSAT. And follow our YouTube channel and Facebook page, just search GNN Millennial TV. We're also in Sky Cable, GNN is in Channel 73. Ayan. See you guys again next week here on
Millennial TV,
This is our time.